by knowing the different aspects of the career development. Then we'll come to why select a career, right? What makes us dignitized by choosing a career. Then we'll discuss about the planning, interest, the different skills, and what are the different courses associated after 12. What are the different doors which are going to get open for you once you pass 12th science, and how to choose a college. It's a very, very important and burning question. And then we'll come to your questions. Okay, so what is a career? An occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life and with opportunities for progress. इसका मतलब ये है कि कोई भी व्यक्ति, कोई भी बच्चा अगर अपना कैरियर चूज करता है तो उसके लिए वो बेसिकली एक ऑक्यूपेशन होना चाहिए. मतलब वो अल्टीमेटली पास आउट करने के बाद में आपको इमीडिएट जॉब देना चाहिए जिससे आप अपनी फैमिली रन कर सकते हैं, आप अपनी सोशल लाइफ रन कर सकते हैं. So is it really a definition? So basically if you do follow my first definition, then you will be able to get into the field of doctor, lawyer, teacher, carpenter, veterinary assistant and many, many more, right? Because this is a universal definition that has been taught to us and it is widely available, and basically 99.99% people on earth do follow this definition, but there is a 0.01% people exist, those who do not. Well, the real definition I believe so, and possibly my fellow scientists also do believe in this definition, where career refers to the progress and actions have taken throughout the working years of your life, especially as they relate to your occupation. एक ऐसा कैरियर जो आप चूज करें. कैरियर की डेफिनेशन में बेसिकली यही हम लोग सीखते हैं कि आपको एक ऐसा कैरियर चूज करना चाहिए जो सिर्फ ऑक्यूपेशन रिलेटेड नहीं है, उसके अंदर पैशन भी होना चाहिए, स्किल्स भी होनी चाहिए, जॉब सेटिस्फेक्शन भी होना चाहिए. क्योंकि अगर आपने देखा होगा कि बहुत सारे लोग जो यूएस जाते हैं, यूरोप जाते हैं या और कोई भी कंट्रीज में जाते हैं, ओवरसीज जाते हैं, कुछ सालों के कैरियर के बाद में, कुछ सालों के ऑक्यूपेशन के बाद में बहुत बढ़िया सैलरी मिलती है, बहुत बढ़िया मिलियंस में सैलरी है हाँ, लेकिन उसको छोड़ करके वापस आते हैं और यहाँ पर एग्रीकल्चर स्टार्ट करते हैं, यहाँ पर एक अपना वर्कशॉप स्टार्ट करते हैं, यहाँ पर कुछ इंजीनियरिंग जॉब स्टार्ट करते हैं या बच्चों को गाइड करना शुरू करते हैं. क्यों? Because they are not satisfied with what they have done so far. And if you follow this second definition, this will allow you to get into the field of business metrics, which attracts business, right? Technocrats and world leaders, right? कुछ भी काम करे उसके अंदर आपको बेस्ट होना और आपका एक्सपीरियंस जो आपने ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम गेन किया हुआ है, that is really very important. What is career development? So far we understood what is career is by using a conventional and a non-conventional definitions of the career. The career development is basically, it is an ongoing process of gaining knowledge and improving skills that will help a person to be successful in his or her life. What is important here is basically it is an ongoing process. It never ends. Even if I die, my understanding process, knowledge process, right? जो आपको skills gain करनी है, जो आपको सीखना है, आपको हर जगह से सीखने को मिल रहा है, तो वो सीखने के लिए एक अप्रोच होना चाहिए. वो जैसे ही आपके अंदर इन्वेड करेगा या फिर आपके अंदर से आएगा, तो बेसिकली आप उस चीज को फॉलो करते जाएंगे एंड आई एम श्योर दैट यू विल नेवर लूज द ग्राउंड इन योर लाइफ. नासीपास कोई नहीं था, बराबर? એવું નહીં થાય કે આપણે નાસીપાસ થઈ જાય કઈ પણ વસ્તુથી કે હવે હું શું કરીશ, ક્લુલેસ થઈ ગયો, હવે મારે કઈ ડાયરેક્શનમાં જવું. આ બધી સ્થિતિઓ જીવનના અમુક સ્તર ઉપર ઊભી થતી હોય છે, પરંતુ જો એ ઊભી ન થવા દેવી હોય તો એના માટે પહેલેથી જ આપણે પ્રયત્નો કરવા પડશે. Okay, very importantly, we have a bunch of current trends. Focus is lost. So majority of the students do lose their focus while choosing the career. એક ડેટા છે, ઇન્ડિયન એસોસિએશનનો ડેટા છે કે જેમાં 70% સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ જ્યારે કોઈ પણ ગ્રેજ્યુએશન ડિગ્રીમાં જાય છે ત્યારે એક કરતા બીજો સબ્જેક્ટ ચૂઝ કરે છે, એટલે એક સબ્જેક્ટને ગિવ અપ કરે છે અને એના બદલે બીજો સબ્જેક્ટ ચૂઝ કરે છે, અને 30% લોકો બે કે બે થી વધારે સબ્જેક્ટ્સ ચેન્જ કરે છે. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, if I go to BSc Physics, then immediately I believe that no, physics is possibly very difficult for me, so let's go to mathematics. While after a month of study with mathematics, my insights will tell us, or maybe my fellow mates, મારા friends હશે, મારા ઘરમાં લોકો હશે, parents હશે, અથવા તો મોટો ભાઈ કે નાની બેન, મોટી બેન હશે, એ લોકો બધા શું કહે છે, મારા cousins હશે કે ના તું આ શું કરે છે, આ મેથેમેટિક્સ માં થોડું બીએસસી કરે, એમાં જોબ ના મળે, તો હવે શું કરવું જોઈએ? અરે અમારી બેબીએ તો જુઓલોજી માં બીએસસી કરેલું છે અને જુઓ તમે અત્યારે ફાર્માસ્યુટિકલ્સ માં કરેલું છે. So basically these are the forces, external forces which tries to pull in their direction, right? આ બધા સેન્ટ્રીફ્યુગલ ફોર્सेस છે કે જે તમને બેઝિકલી ખેંચી લે. Less influenced by teachers, parents and visionaries. પહેલા આપણે સ્વામી વિવેકાનંદની વાત કરતા. Initially we were used to talk about the dignitaries, those who exist and those who actually were in their diaspora, right? કે સ્વામી વિવેકાનંદે આ કીધેલું, મારા પેરેન્ટ્સ જો બહુ સારી પોઝિશન ઉપર હોય અથવા તો ભલે ગામડામાંથી હોય પણ એમ છતાં બી એ જો વિઝનરી હોય તો હું એમનું માનીશ. પણ ટીચર્સ છે એ લોકો લર્નેડ પીપલ છે, એજ્યુકેટેડ છે, એમને ખ્યાલ છે કે કેવી રીતે કેરિયર બનાવી શકાય, તો એમની પાસેથી હવે ધીરે ધીરે ગાઈડન્સ લેતા આપણે ઓછા થયા છીએ અને આપણે ગૂગલ ઉપર, વેબસાઇટ્સ ઉપર, ઇન્સ્ટાગ્રામ ઉપર કે સોશિયલ મીડિયા ઉપર વધારે રિલાય કરીએ, બરાબર? તો બેઝિકલી આ ટ્રેન્ડને થોડો ચેન્જ કરવાની જરૂર છે અને તમારા ટીચર્સને મળો, જે વિઝનરીઝ, જે લોકો કહી ગયા છે અલગ અલગ વસ્તુઓને, એમની પુસ્તકો વાંચો, તમારા પેરેન્ટ્સનું માનો, તો બેઝિકલી મને લાગે છે કે તમારો કેરિયર પાથ વધુ સારી રીતે ડિફાઇન થઈ શકશે ફ્યુચરની અંદર. Then increasing dropouts પણ એટલો હદે ઇન્ક્રીઝ થઈ રહ્યો છે and for no reasons. ઘણા બધા લોકોને એવું લાગે કે જેમ કે માર્ક ઝુકરબર્ગ was a dropout guy, right? કે બીજા ઘણા લોકો છે જે લોકો dropouts છે, they got success in their life, so would it be possible for me to get success even after getting dropped out from BTech? Not necessarily. Plausibly they were lucky, or plausibly they had some reasons to lose their courses, right? તો એ બેઝિકલી રિડ્યુસ કરવાની જરૂર છે અને એના માટે આપણું વિઝન જે છે એ ક્લીન કટ હોવું જોઈએ. ચેકિંગ ક્વોલિટી ઇન ફૂડ એન્ડ ક્લોથ્સ બટ નોટ ઇન એજ્યુકેશન. આપણે મેકડોનાલ્ડમાં જઈએ, સબવેમાં જઈએ કે કોઈ પણ રેસ્ટોરન્ટમાં જઈએ તો એમ કહીશું કે ઓ આ બહુ સારું છે, હાઇજેનિક છે, ઇટ્સ વેરી ટેસ્ટી, રાઈટ? પણ આપણે ક્યારે એવું વિચાર્યું કે કોઈ જગ્યા પર એજ્યુકેશન માટે આપણે કોલેજમાં જઈએ તો આપણે જે એમના પ્રોફેસર સાથે, મિત્રો સાથે, જે લોકો પાસ આઉટ છે એમની સાથે ડિસ્કસ કરીએ અને એક્ચ્યુઅલી જાણીએ કે whatever the education that is delivering by a university where actually I am trying to go is would it be helpful to me or not? બરાબર? તો એ બેઝિકલી જેમ ફૂડ અને ક્લોથ્સમાં આપણે બહુ ચૂઝી અને પંક્ચ્યુઅલ છીએ, એજ્યુકેશનમાં નથી, તો એ ડાયરેક્શન ઉપર પણ કામ કરવાની જરૂર છે. And ultimately we are aimless. We don't have aim. હું કોઈ પણને પૂછીશ what is your aim, તો ઘણા મને કહેશે કે મારે બાયોમેડિકલમાં જવું છે, ઘણા કહેશે કે મારે સાયન્ટિસ્ટ બનવું છે, ઘણા કહેશે મારે ડોક્ટર બનવું છે, મેં એક્ઝામ આપી છે, હજુ રિઝલ્ટ બાકી છે. But do you have a road map? That is very important. Actually you have to spend much more time on planning things instead of executing it. So why select a career? We have been created unique. Likewise our fingerprints. મારી fingerprints કોઈ બીજાની fingerprint સાથે નથી મળતી. રાઈટ? એટલે હું યુનિક છું. એમ અહીંયા બેઠેલી દરેક વ્યક્તિ યુનિક છે. તો શું આપણી પાસે કોઈ યુનિક પ્લાન હોઈ શકે ખરા? We are born only once. એક જ વખત જન્મ્યા છીએ. રાઈટ? There is no proof કે હું ફરી પાછો જન્મીશ. તો મારે જે કરવાનું છે આ જ લાઈફમાં કરવાનું છે. We spent almost 40 years on work. આપણે જ્યારથી સ્ટડી કરવાનું પૂરું કરીએ અને જોબ ચાલુ કરીએ એટલે લગભગ આપણે 41 વર્ષ દરેક વ્યક્તિ કામ કરે છે. બરાબર? અને even after 40 years there are a bunch of people those who are used to work. A total over 80,000 hours. Isn't it a small number? No. It is not. 80,000 કલાકનું કામ કરવાનું છે આપણે. તો આપણે કંઈ પણ ચૂઝ કરી લઈશું નહીં. બરાબર ને? તો now ask yourself, how will you spend these 80,000 hours before you die? તમે તમારી જાતને પૂછો, પેરેન્ટ્સને પૂછો, ટીચર્સને પૂછો, જેમની સાથે તમારા સારા ટર્મ્સ છે એમને પૂછો કે હું મારા 80,000 કલાક બગાડું, સુધારું કે હું સોસાયટી માટે કંઈક કરું. બરાબર? તો આ એમથી બેઝિકલી આપણે કેરિયર ચોઇસીસ લેવાની છે. તો કેરિયર ચોઇસીસ પસંદ કરતી વખતે બેઝિકલી આપણી પાસે એજ્યુકેશન, ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ, સ્કિલ્સ, વેલ્યુઝ, વિઝન અને ગોલ્સ આટલી વસ્તુઓ હોવી જોઈએ. બરાબર? જ્યારે ધીરે ધીરે આ બધી વસ્તુઓ પેરેલલી ડેવલપ થતી જશે. એવું નથી કે એક જ દિવસમાં બધું પોપ અપ થશે અને એક જેમ એક છોડ છે ને વૃક્ષ બનતા 10 વર્ષ થાય ઘણી વખત. બરાબર? કોઈને 5 વર્ષ બી થાય અને કોઈને 1 વર્ષ બી થાય. So it depends upon the genetics of the seeds that you have sown. Career planning. Career planning basically starts with defining goals. તમારા goals પહેલા define હોવા જોઈએ કે મારે આ જ કરવું છે. Before in order to define the goal, your interest will help you out. એ માટે તમારે તમારી strength શું છે અને weaknesses શું છે એ બધી વસ્તુઓને પણ લિસ્ટ આઉટ કરવી પડશે. ઘણી વખત એવું થાય કે મને તો મારી ભૂલો દેખાતી જ નથી, મને મારી વીકનેસીસ શું છે ખ્યાલ જ નથી. તો શું એવું થઈ શકે કે હું બીજાને પૂછું તો એ મને કહી શકે? તો ultimately we have to figure out what are my strengths and weaknesses. Then what kind of qualification that I have to obtain. મારે શું actually ભણવું જોઈએ. Then we have to prepare a checklist of all their education, motivation and success. These all will help you out in climbing the ladder. બરાબર? એટલે બેઝિકલી આ બધું ઇન્ટરલિંક થયેલું છે. ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ તો ઘણાને ફિલ્મિંગ નો ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ છે, સ્વિમિંગ નો છે, સિંગિંગ નો છે, મ્યુઝિક છે. બરાબર? ઘણા બધા ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ હશે, તમને પેઇન્ટિંગ નો હશે. all are interests, not hobbies. hobbies એટલે આપણે શું કહીએ કે મને ગમતી વસ્તુ કરવી. બરાબર? પણ જો આપણે એમાં ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ લાવીશું તો એ આપણી ઇનહેરન્ટ સ્કિલ્સ ને ડેવલપ કરવામાં મદદરૂપ થશે. બરાબર? ઘણા લોકોને સ્પોર્ટ્સમાં ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ છે તો તમે સ્પોર્ટ્સને લૂઝ નહીં કરો. ઘણા લોકો ખાલી એજ્યુકેશન એટલે હું સવારથી સાંજ સુધી બસ બુક પકડીને વાંચે જ રહું. રાઈટ? मैं इसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं करता. तो does it really help me? No. फिजिक्स भी तो स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए. तो जो भी आप एक्टिविटीज में इंटरेस्टेड है उसको आप बेसिकली कंटिन्यू करो. Then skill is a very very important factor. Nowadays if I go to different colleges and in order to hire people, then you may not be get surprised that out of 50 maybe 45 or 47 students are skillless. એમની પાસે ખાલી ડિગ્રી છે, 90% છે, 8 CGPA છે, राइट? इसके अलावा उनके पास और कुछ नहीं. जब भी आप उनको स्किल्स के बारे में पूछते हैं, and I'm sure that Professor Ganesh Prasad sir will also agree with me that many of the students don't have skills, right? ये skills ने develop करवानी છે education ની સાથે. તો આ પણ જ્યારે આપણે કોઈ પણ યુનિવર્સિટી કે ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યૂટ ચૂઝ કરતા હોઈએ કે આપણે કોઈ પણ એજ્યુકેશન બેકગ્રાઉન્ડ ને ચૂઝ કરતા હોઈએ, કોઈ કેરિયર ઓપ્શન ને ચૂઝ કરતા હોઈએ, ત્યારે it does not come only in the form of the degree, but it should come in a basket where the skills are also combined with you, right? અને એ સમયની સાથે ડેવલપ કરવી પડે. એના માટે લર્નિંગ પ્રોસેસ છે, ટ્રેનિંગ લેવી પડે. we have to keep train ourselves, એક્સપિરિયન્સ કરવો પડશે, પછી એબિલિટી હોવી જોઈએ. then we will do advanced training. પહેલા તો ટ્રેનિંગ જોઈશે, ઇમિડિયેટલી એડવાન્સમેન્ટ નહીં થાય, બરાબર? અને ત્યાર પછી this will continue in terms of growth and ultimately it will allow you to have competence and knowledge, right? And knowledge has no barrier. ચાલો આપણે થોડા કોર્सेस વિશે વાત કરી લઈએ. મેં બહુ ઓછા કોર્सेस અહીંયા રાખેલા છે, પણ આપણે ડિટેલમાં ડિસ્કસ કરવાનું છે આજે આફ્ટરનૂનમાં, બરાબર? તો 12 સાયન્સ પછી PCM જેમણે કરેલું છે, ફિઝિક્સ, કેમિસ્ટ્રી અને મેથેમેટિક્સ સબ્જેક્ટ સાથે જેમણે 12 સાયન્સ પાસ કરેલું છે, especially for those students data science and engineering, artificial intelligence and machines. હમણાં સરે રજત સરે બેઝિકલી રોબોટ્સ બતાવ્યા. એ રોબોટ્સ કેવી રીતે કામ કરે છે આર્ટિફિશિયલ ઇન્ટેલિજન્સ ઉપર, બરાબર? તો એના માટે આપણી પાસે ઇન હાઉસ સોર્સિસ જોઈશે, ઇન હાઉસ લોકો જોઈશે. those will have a expertise in artificial intelligence, right? So this is gaining the mileage. The mechatronics engineering, mechanical અને electronics, આ બંનેને સાથે શીખવું, that is called mechatronics. nowadays જેટલા પણ machines available છે, they are smart machines, બરાબર? એના માટે તમારી પાસે મિકેનિકલ અને ઇલેક્ટ્રોનિક્સ નું અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ અને નોલેજ હોવું જરૂરી છે. બાયો એન્જિનિયરિંગ, પહેલા ગુજરાતમાં 2006 પહેલા બાયો એન્જિનિયરિંગ વિશે બહુ ઓછા લોકોએ વિચાર્યું. જેમને અહીંયા બાયો એન્જિનિયરિંગ કરવી હતી, બાયોટેકનોલોજી કરવું હતું, એ લોકોને બેંગ્લોર છે, હૈદરાબાદ છે, તામિલનાડુ છે, એ જગ્યાઓ ઉપર જવું પડતું હતું. પણ હવે એ સિચ્યુએશન નથી. ગુજરાતમાં પણ યુનિવર્સિટીઝ છે કે જે બાયો એન્જિનિયરિંગ ઉપર પ્રભુત્વ પ્રાપ્ત કરેલ છે. રોબોટિક્સ, then there are bunch of other career options that are available to us: mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, civil and metallurgical engineering. Metallurgical engineering is really very important. Mechanical પણ બહુ important છે, બહુ ઓછા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ જાય છે હમણાં, but basically this has a lot of mileage. then computer science and engineering, બધાને ખ્યાલ છે તમારી પાસે સ્માર્ટફોન છે, તો સ્માર્ટફોન ની અંદર જે એપ્લિકેશન્સ બને છે એના માટે કમ્પ્યુટર એન્જિનિયર્સ ની જરૂર પડશે જ, બરાબર? ઇટ્સ ઓનગોઈંગ પ્રોસેસ. અને ભવિષ્યમાં પણ એના ઉપર ડિફરન્ટ આસ્પેક્ટ્સ સ્ટેક અપ થતા જ જશે. એટલે ધીસ હેઝ અ લોટ્સ ઓફ માઇલેજ. ઇલેક્ટ્રોનિક્સ, કમ્યુનિકેશન એન્જિનિયરિંગ, ઇલેક્ટ્રિકલ એન્જિનિયરિંગ અને એનર્જી એન્જિનિયરિંગ. એનર્જી, ગુજરાતની અંદર જામનગર પાસે રિલાયન્સ દ્વારા ઈવી એટલે ઇલેક્ટ્રિક વ્હીકલ્સ માટે જે બેટરીઝ ની જરૂર પડે, એના માટે $6 બિલિયન ના ખર્ચે ઓલરેડી પ્લાન્ટ્સ નાખવામાં આવી રહ્યો છે. તો બેઝિકલી એમને પણ ઇલેક્ટ્રોનિક્સ એન્જિનિયર ની જરૂર પડવાની છે, જેમ એન્જિનિયરિંગ કરેલું છે એમની પણ જરૂર પડવાની છે, બરાબર? then there are bunch of BTech courses for PCB students કે જેમને ફિઝિક્સ, કેમિસ્ટ્રી અને બાયોલોજી વિષય સાથે 12મું ધોરણ સાયન્સમાં પાસ કરેલું છે. તો there are regular, distance, online and integrated courses. But out of this, the regular courses are much more important than rest of the courses. So, કારણ કે બેઝિકલી તમને જેટલું ક્લાસરૂમ ટીચિંગ, લેબોરેટરીની અંદર પર્સનલ એક્સપિરિયન્સ અને પ્રેક્ટિકલથી અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ અને નોલેજ આવશે, એટલું તમને કોઈ કમ્પ્યુટરની સામે બેસી અને નહીં આવી શકે, બરાબર? તો રેગ્યુલર કોર્सेस આર much more important than any other. કોર્સ ડ્યુરેશન 4 વર્ષનું હોઈ શકે છે, 5 વર્ષના પણ કોર્सेस હોઈ શકે છે. એના માટે જે એન્ટ્રન્સ એક્ઝામ રાઉન્ડ ધ નેશન કન્ડક્ટ કરવામાં આવે છે, ઝી, એમએચટી, સીટી, વિક્સેટ, કેઈએએમ અને ડબ્લ્યુબીજી જેડબલઈ છે, બરાબર? અને સ્પેશિયલાઇઝેશન્સ બેઝિકલી આપણે કમ્પ્યુટર સાયન્સ, મિકેનિકલ, સિવિલ, ઇલેક્ટ્રિકલ અને બીજા ઘણા કોર્सेसની અંદર પણ કરી શકીએ છીએ, બરાબર? જેમાં ખાસ કરીને બાયોટેકનોલોજી, બાયોમેડિકલ એન્જિનિયરિંગ, બાયો ઇન્ફોર્મેટિક્સ, બાયોસેન્સર ટેકનોલોજી, એ બધી વસ્તુઓ હોય છે કે જે એક્ચ્યુઅલી ઇટ્સ ગોઈંગ ટુ future of India. And there are bunch of career scopes. Right? Okay. Now, very important, how to choose a college. આપણે શું જોઈશું? Ultimately क्या देखेंगे हम कॉलेज के अंदर? आपको ये कॉलेज लग रहा है? ये कॉलेज है? क्या है? ये कॉलेज है कि नहीं? क्या है? शॉपिंग मॉल. Absolutely, it's a Dubai shopping mall, right? तो बेसिकली આપણે જઈશું તો ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર જોઈશું, બરાબર? પછી એટ્રેક્ટિવ બિલ્ડિંગ, બહુ સારો કલર છે, બહુ સારો એસ્થેટિક છે અને ઓવરવ્યુ ઘણો સારો છે, એ બધું આપણે જોઈશું. એની હાઈટેક ફેસિલિટીઝ જોઈશું અને ડેકોરેટિવ ફીચર્સ. આ બધી વસ્તુઓ જનરલી પેરેન્ટ્સ કોલેજની અંદર જાય કે યુનિવર્સિટીમાં જાય તો જનરલી આ વસ્તુ જોતા હોય છે અને અત્યારે એ લોકો ડિમાન્ડ કરે છે એમના કિડ્સ માટે કે આ ટાઈપનું ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર હોવું જોઈએ તો જ સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ સ્ટડી કરી શકે. But it is not true, right? You have to have a qualified faculties before you go to the college or university. Just check out their websites. If required, just go and visit the university. Try to discuss whoever you see there. બરાબર? કોઈ પણ faculty, કોઈ પણ field ની faculty જે તમને મળે, you can raise your questions. Just try to initiate the discussion. Labs. લેબ બહુ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે. ઓવરઓલ ડેવલપમેન્ટ થવાનું છે. તમારી સ્કિલ્સ ધીરે ધીરે ડેવલપ થતી જવાની છે. તમે નવી નવી ટેકનિક્સ ત્યાં શીખવાના છો. તો લેબ્સ બહુ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે. એવું નહીં કે ખાલી એક સારું એવું ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર છે અને ત્યાં ખાલી અમુક ઇન્સ્ટ્રુમેન્ટ્સ રાખેલા છે. બટ ડુ વી રિયલી હેવ એન એક્સેસ ઓફ ધીસ ઇન્સ્ટ્રુમેન્ટ્સ? કેન વી રિયલી યુઝ ઇટ ફોર અવર કોર્सेस? રિસર્ચ એન્વાયરમેન્ટ, ત્યાં કેવા પ્રકારનું રિસર્ચ ચાલે છે? શું ઇન્ટરડિસિપ્લિનરી છે, મલ્ટીડિસિપ્લિનરી છે, બેઝિક છે, ફંડામેન્ટલ છે? તો કયા કયા ફિલ્ડમાં રિસર્ચ કરે છે લોકો, કયા રિસર્ચ પબ્લિકેશન્સ કરે છે, શું ઇમ્પેક્ટ ફેક્ટર હોય છે જર્નલ્સના કે જે જગ્યા ઉપર ફેકલ્ટીઝ કે સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ સાથે મળી અને રિસર્ચ પેપર્સ પબ્લિશ કરતા હોય છે. પ્રોજેક્ટ અને ડેઝર્ટેશન વર્ક, આ બહુ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ વસ્તુ છે દરેક સ્ટુડન્ટ માટે. કારણ કે જ્યારે પણ તમે ઓવરસીઝ જશો કે ઇન્ડિયાની કોઈ પણ યુનિવર્સિટીમાં કે કોઈ પણ રિસર્ચ સેન્ટરની અંદર કે એક યુનિવર્સિટીમાં પણ જોબ લેવા માટે જશો તો ત્યાં નેચરલી તમારી ડિગ્રી એક વખત જોઈને મૂકી દેવામાં આવશે. ઓકે, ભાઈને ફર્સ્ટ ક્લાસ છે, નો પ્રોબ્લેમ એટ ઓલ. બટ ઇઝ ઇટ રિયલી મેટર? શું આ જ વસ્તુ તમારી સ્કિલ્સ બતાવે છે? નથી બતાવતી. તમે પ્રોજેક્ટ વર્ક કેવું કરેલું છે, ડેઝર્ટેશનમાં શું કરો છો, એ બધી વસ્તુઓ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે. And based upon that project report, you will be get chosen. Now the session is open for the question and answer. Any questions?
You can ask any question, right?
Please.
बात अगर हमने कोई भी अपना ऑक्यूपेशन चूज कर लिया लेकिन आपको अभी वो पसंद है लेकिन मैं उसमें सक्सेसफुल भी हो गया लेकिन कुछ टाइम के बाद उसमें अगर इंटरेस्ट हट गया तो क्या करें?
वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. तो पहले ये जो है मनोमंथन की बात, आपको पहले अंदर देखना पड़ेगा कि मैं किसके लिए बना, है ना? अगर मुझे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में इंटरेस्ट है और मैं अल्टीमेटली बायोलॉजी में जा रहा हूँ तो मैं थोड़ा तो दूर जा सकता हूँ, है ना? लेकिन उसके बाद जब भी इंटरेस्ट के साथ काम करने की बात आएगी तब बेसिकली आप सेटबैक करोगे उसके अंदर, है ना? तो अल्टीमेटली ये एक पैशन इंसान के अंदर होता है. हर इंसान के अंदर पैशन है, ठीक है? बस आपने उसको सिर्फ इवैल्यूएट नहीं किया. तो इवैल्यूएशन करने के लिए आप अपने टीचर्स से डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, अपने फ्रेंड्स से डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, या नोटबुक में लिख सकते हैं कि इन चीजों में मुझे इंटरेस्ट है या मुझे इन चीजों में इंटरेस्ट नहीं, ठीक है? तो बेस्ड अपॉन विच यू कैन रियली ट्राई टू चूज योर करियर.
So can I add something?
प्लीज प्लीज सर प्लीज.
देखो बेटा, एक दो चीज होगी आगे फ्यूचर में सबके लिए. आप आपको दो तरीके की चीज चाहिए, एक तो पैसे चाहिए घर चलाने के लिए, तो इसलिए आपका जो क्वेश्चन है ना कि शायद थोड़े टाइम के बाद वो इंटरेस्ट चला जाए, लेकिन कमाने के लिए तो करना पड़ेगा, शायद हो सकता है। तब तक आप बैकअप में क्या रेडी करो, वो पैशन रेडी करो जिसमें आपको ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट है, उसको फिर कैरियर बनाना चाहो। जब तक वो डाइवर्जन फैक्टर कंप्लीट नहीं होगा तब तक आपको वो पुराना भी छोड़ना ही पड़ेगा।
एक्चुअली सर मैं अपने इंटरेस्ट की बात करूँ, मैं जब 7th क्लास में था तो मेरे को डैड ने मेरा बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट था कोडिंग वगैरह में, तो मैंने अपने पेरेंट्स से इनफैक्ट फाइट की, मेरे को करना है ये सब करना है, तो उन्होंने एट द एंड मेरे को कोचिंग वगैरह ज्वाइन करवाई, क्लास करवाया एंड लिटरली लाइक मैं अभी भी 24 आवर्स में 10-10 12-12 घंटे कंप्यूटर के अंदर रहता था। मेरे को बहुत इंटरेस्ट था और मैंने वेबसाइट बनाई, काफ़ी कुछ बनाई, और वन ऑफ माय वेबसाइट इवन गूगल ने मेरी कहा कि रीच किया करके, उस टाइम मेरे को बहुत इंटरेस्ट था। लेकिन अब इनफैक्ट अब मैं बात करता हूँ, मैं मतलब मेरे को पसंद भी नहीं है वो चीज़, तो लाइक यही अगर मेरे साथ फ्यूचर होता है कि मेरे को जैसे मेरे को अभी कोडिंग वगैरह में कुछ भी इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, लाइक बी टाइम वगैरह में कोई भी इंटरेस्ट नहीं, अगर मैं फ्यूचर में वो कुछ जब ऑप्शन चूज करता हूँ जो उसमें मेरे को भी इंटरेस्ट है, लेकिन चूज करने के बाद इंटरेस्ट हट जाए तो मेरे पास क्या होगा।
तो पता नहीं मिला मुझे पहले ना, तो इतना एक्सपर्ट हो, तुम बोल रहे हो गूगल में तुम्हारा वेबसाइट है, तो शायद बेटा मे भी ये कहता ना कि अतिरेक किसी भी चीज़ का अच्छा नहीं होता, तो शायद वो हो गया इसलिए तुमने वो इंटरेस्ट कम कर दिया है, तो वी मीट पर्सनली देखते हैं ना, बाकी ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं है बहुत बड़ा, दे सके नहीं।
Thank you. Any other questions? Please.
हिंदी में पूछना।
Right. So it starts with the observation. Right? How do you observe your surrounding? That is very, very important. Right? The second thing is whatever you have observed, does this phenomenon exist? Yes. In majority of the cases, you will see that yes, this phenomenon exists. Right? And try to read, especially in this direction. Try to evaluate. और छोटे प्रोजेक्ट्स भी आप बनाना सीखो। ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए सोचो। अगर कोई भी आइडिया है, तो उससे अगर आप अपना जो हाइपोथेसिस है, उससे हाइपोथेसिस पहले डेवलप करना पड़ेगा, और हाइपोथेसिस से उसको टेस्ट करने के लिए आप छोटे-छोटे मॉडल्स बनाना सीखिए। And this will help you out in enhancing your skills. जैसे ही थोड़ी स्किल्स एनहांस करेगी, फिर आपके बाद उसमें इंटरेस्ट और बढ़ता जाएगा। फिर वो इंटरेस्ट आपके पैशन के साथ कंपेयर होगा कि एक्चुअली आपके पास वो पैशन है जिसके लिए आपको इंटरेस्ट है। ठीक है? It's not a hypothetical thing, but of course these stages will come to your life when you will start observing things.
सर लाइक अगर हमने बीटेक कर लिया, लाइक कोई डिग्री हमने कर ली, तो उसके बाद का क्या अपॉर्चुनिटी होना, मतलब क्या करना चाहिए फिर आगे?
किसमें बीटेक किया है?
लाइक कंप्यूटर साइंस एंड इंजीनियरिंग में अगर हमने कर लिया कुछ आगे, तो उसके बाद क्या लाइक क्या स्कोप होना चाहिए?
उसके बाद बहुत सारे स्कोप्स, बहुत सारे स्कोप्स। पहले तो आप जैसे मैंने कहा ऐप डेवलपर बन सकते हैं, फिर डेटा एनालिस्ट बन सकते हैं, ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद में आप सॉफ्टवेयर डिजाइनर भी बन सकते हैं। बहुत सारी वेबसाइट्स ऐसी है कि जिसके अंदर उनको रिक्वायरमेंट रहती है अलग अलग टाइप के सॉफ्टवेयर्स डेवलप करने के लिए। फिर गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज जो है उसमें भी बीटेक सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, जैसे इसरो है तो इसरो है, पीआरएल है, आईपीआर है, हर जगह पर आपको सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर की रिक्वायरमेंट हर साल देखने को मिलेगी। ठीक है, तो गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स भी है, प्राइवेट भी है, और तीसरा सबसे बढ़िया ऑप्शन जो कुछ साल पहले गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने शुरू किया था वो है स्टार्टअप। ठीक है, अगर आपके अंदर वो पैशन है कि आप रुक सकते हैं, है ना, आप बोर नहीं होते किसी चीज के साथ में, तो स्टार्टअप इज रियली अ वेरी गुड ऑप्शन, और उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट बहुत ही अच्छा फंड करती है। ठीक है, एसएसआईपी प्रोजेक्ट्स है, फिर एनआई फंडिंग है जो 10 लाख और अभी उसको बढ़ा करके 20 लाख कर दिया गया है। ठीक है, तो वो स्पेसिफिकली आपको किसी प्रोडक्ट को डेवलप करने के लिए दी जाएगी। ये जोमेटो है या स्विगी है, ये जो स्टार्टअप के थ्रू ही ये वेबसाइट्स डेवलप हुई है।
I'm asking for a student. आपके बिहार से मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, यहाँ पे सर ने अभी बताया कि फैकल्टी होनी चाहिए, रिसर्च होना चाहिए, पब्लिकेशन होना चाहिए। What is the authenticate source? क्योंकि सारे इंस्टीट्यूट बताएंगे हमारे पास 100% प्लेसमेंट है, हमारे पास बहुत सारे फैकल्टीज है, हमारी 50 पैटर्न है, कैसे पता करें? ये पता करना पड़ेगा ऑथेंटिकेट। आप जहाँ कभी जाओगे बोलेंगे नहीं नहीं वी हैव द बेस्ट फैकल्टीज, वी हैव द बेस्ट लैब, देख लो, बट व्हाट इज द ऑथेंटिकेट सोर्स? कहाँ से पता करें कि ये जो बता रहे हैं वो सच है कि नहीं है? ठीक है, मोस्टली वही जाएंगे, सब दिखाएंगे आपको, कुछ होगा कुछ और, तो पता कैसे कर सकते हैं आप? फॉर दैट
वेरी वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन, वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन, आई अप्रिशिएट इट। तो बेसिकली उसको पता करने के लिए कई रास्ते हैं। जैसे एक रास्ता ये है कि आपको पर्सनल विजिट करके देखना पड़ेगा। दूसरा, अगर कोई भी व्यक्ति कहता है कि मैंने पब्लिश किया, ठीक है, तो उसका पब्लिकेशन जो है वो रिनाउंड जर्नल में है, अगर उसका इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर 8 है, 9 है, 11 है, तो उसको आपको वेबसाइट के ऊपर जाकर के उसी इंसान का गूगल में नाम डालिए, आपको गूगल स्कॉलर मिलेगा, रिसर्च गेट में ऑप्शंस मिलेंगे, लिंक्डइन में ऑप्शंस मिलेंगे, ठीक है। और उन्होंने जहां से भी पहले, जैसे बेसिकली आई डन माय पीएचडी फ्रॉम यूनिवर्सिटी पेरी मेरी क्यूरी फ्रांस, तो आई एम एल्यूमनी देयर, ठीक है, तो आपको मेरा नाम वहां पर एल्यूमनी लिस्ट में मिल जाएगा। फिर मैंने अपना पोस्ट डॉक जो है ओल्ड डोमिनियन यूनिवर्सिटी वर्जीनिया से किया हुआ है, तो बेसिकली आपको यूएस का वो लिस्ट निकालेंगे तो आपको वहां से मिल जाएगा। मेरे पब्लिकेशंस में जितने भी लोग हैं वो ऑलरेडी जो मेरे प्रोजेक्ट लीडर वगैरह थे, तो उनका लैब ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्ट करता है, तो वहां से भी आप डिग आउट कर सकते हैं कि हाँ ठीक है, इन्होंने इनके साथ काम किया हुआ है। और दूसरा ये है कि आप बेसिकली जब पर्सनल विजिट करते हैं चीजों की, तो वहां पर जाकर के आप दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। विजिट ही बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है। तीसरा सबसे बढ़िया एस्पेक्ट, वहां से जो भी स्टूडेंट पास आउट हुए वो अभी कहां पर है। जैसे हमारे एक स्टूडेंट है, वो बेसिकली मैसाचुसेट्स यूनिवर्सिटी में अपना पोस्ट डॉक कर लिया, उन्होंने हमारे वहां से पीएचडी किया। कुछ और बच्चे हैं कि जो यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में है, तो आप उनका प्रोफाइल देख सकते हैं, एटलीस्ट उनके प्रोफाइल में यूनिवर्सिटी का नाम लिखा होगा। और आज सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म इतना स्ट्रांग हो गया है कि आप किसी को भी कहीं पर भी मैसेज करके पूछ सकते हैं, और ये बेसिकली कोई भी मना नहीं करता आपको आंसर करने के लिए। NIRF ની વેબસાઇટ ઉપર ઓલરેડી યુનિવર્સિટીની ડિટેલ્સ અવેલેબલ હોય છે, NAC ની વેબસાઇટ ઉપર હોય છે, અને દરેક સ્ટેટની વેબસાઇટ ઉપર પણ ડિટેલ્સ અવેલેબલ હોય છે। જે એજ્યુકેશન ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ છે એમની વેબસાઇટ ઉપર પણ ડિટેલ્સ અવેલેબલ હોય છે કે આ યુનિવર્સિટી એક્ઝિસ્ટ કરે છે, આ એમનો નંબર છે, ઓથેન્ટિકેટેડ નંબર છે, એ બધું રજિસ્ટ્રેશન નંબર છે, એ બધી જ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન એમની પાસે અવેલેબલ છે।
Sir, I'm finding difficulty to find a course as per my interest, but मैं open हूँ करने के लिए, but I don't know my interest yet about which course I want to join. I did science biology.
Science biology.
Yeah, I'm confused which course to opt for because I don't know my interest right now.
No problem. So I'll give you my number and we'll discuss. Okay, especially because it requires some more time to address your queries. Right? It's a very specific question, although, but I think requires some brainstorming sessions. Right?
For example, we are opting for some course like in 2022. Then how can we ensure that after we graduate, like after 3 years or 5 years, there will be the same scope of the course we opted for? Like
See, it's like a sensex, right? You never know what is going to happen in after 5 minutes. So, but there are trends. Right? जैसे कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग जो है, इसको 2000 से फॉलो करते आ रहे हैं, 2000 से। तो आज 2022 है। बेसिकली 22-23 साल में कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग का स्कोप कभी डाउन नहीं, ठीक है। फिर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग, मेकाट्रॉनिक्स, मेटलर्जी, राइट, दीज आर द डिफरेंट कोर्सेज। फिर बायोमेडिकल इंजीनियरिंग, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी। जैसे अगर आपने अभी देखा होगा कि कोविड के टाइम में सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत किसकी थी, है ना? कौन जो दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी कंपनी है इंसुलिन बनाने वाली, वो किन को हायर करती है? ठीक है, इट्स ए लास्ट डेस्टिनेशन, इसके बाद और कुछ नहीं है। तो उसके लिए बेसिकली जो कोर्सेज लगेंगे आपको, दे आर नेवर गोइंग टू एंड, राइट? हाँ, थोड़ा सा डाउनफॉल हो सकता है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि उसके अंदर बंद हो जाए। वैक्सीन रिसर्च बहुत सारा, जो पहले ऐसा था कि ठीक है वैक्सीन का तो क्या है, बीसीजी लगा दिया, टेटेनस लगा दिया, उसके बाद क्या रिसर्च करेंगे? लेकिन कोविड के आने के बाद में इमीडिएटली दे वेंट ऑन द टॉप। प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज।
Question is very valid. So see, when you are having skills, nobody, you do not have that problem. If you gain the skills, because see, future is for the problem solvers. आपके पास कितनी भी डिग्री होगी कोई मायने नहीं रखेगा, लेकिन आप कितने प्रॉब्लम्स इंडस्ट्री के या सोसाइटी के सॉल्व कर पा रहे हो, उसके लिए कितनी स्किल डेवलप की है, दैट इज द इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग, राइट? तो अगर वो स्किल होगी तो आप एक नहीं तो दूसरी जगह ट्रांजिशन कर ही पाओगे आराम से, क्योंकि वो स्किल तो स्किल है, राइट? जैसे अभी आपने देखा कोविड में, मैंने एग्जांपल दिया, कोविड में मैं देखा कि जो लोग ऑनलाइन थे, पहले ऑफलाइन थे, लेकिन ऑनलाइन वालों का क्या आ गया, पूरा टाइम आ गया, तो वो स्किल डेवलप करके रखी थी, तब चलना आपने जितने भी लेक्चर लिए, आप लोगों को वेबएक्स ले लो या जूम ले लो, वो सब थे ही पहले, लेकिन उनका प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं था, लेकिन कोविड की वजह से क्या हुआ, दे गॉट द चांस। तो पॉइंट क्या है, तो वो था, वो स्किल बनाई, वो डेवलप किया था, तो काम आया। तो इसलिए बेस्ट आंसर यही है कि बी अ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर। आप सबको बोल रहा हूँ, ट्राई टू बी अ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर। आप कोई भी ग्रेजुएशन में आगे बीटेक करो, एमटेक करो, कुछ भी करो, लेकिन एक स्पेसिफिक फील्ड में ऐसा एक्सपर्ट बनो कि आप उसके लिए आपको ही बुलाए लोग कि भाई यस, ये इसके लिए इन्हीं को बुलाना है, करेक्ट? जैसे आप अब्दुल कलाम सर का देखा था ना, कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम होगा तो गवर्नमेंट कॉल्ड हिम कि भैया आओ, ये मिसाइल का प्रॉब्लम है या सैटेलाइट का है, यस टू कम, तो लाइक दैट। तो आपको एक अपने अंदर ही डेवलप करना पड़ेगा, है ना?
डिग्री जो है उसका डाउनफॉल हो सकता है या वो अपराइज हो सकता है, लेकिन स्किल का कभी नहीं होता। स्किल इज ऑलवेज ग्रोइंग, राइट? उसका हमेशा ही ग्रोथ।
Sir, means like after completing 12th, we have heard about many careers like in CS, and we get attracted towards it because it has a high salary and many job opportunities in it. But after pursuing it, we think that I don't have interest in it. So how to get the knowledge of a proper interest of ours? Because we haven't get any practical knowledge about like metallurgy and artificial intelligence. So how can we get a proper interest?
Yes, बेसिकली आपको उसी फील्ड को वन बाय वन एक्सप्लोर करना पड़ेगा कि ये फील्ड क्या रिप्रेजेंट करता है। सीएस का आपको पता है, सीएस में मोटिवेशन क्या है आपका, सैलरी, है ना? और लोग भी अगर जैसे हर घर में से एक कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर है आजकल, तो ये होगा कि बड़े भैया चले गए तो मुझे भी जाना है, वही देखो उनको 10 लाख रुपए सैलरी हो रही है या 20 लाख मिल रही है। तो ये आपका जो बेसिकली जो अट्रैक्टिंग फोर्स है आपके लिए, वो सैलरी है, एक नंबर है, लेकिन इंटरेस्ट नहीं है। आप अपने इंटरेस्ट को अगर आप अपना जॉब बनाएंगे तो डेफिनेटली वहां सेटबैक नहीं होगा, है ना? तो पहले आप इंटरेस्ट के बारे में सोचिए और करियर अपने आप शुरू हो जाए।
सर अच्छी जो यूनिवर्सिटीज रहती है सर, उनका पैकेज बहुत ही अच्छा रहता है प्लेसमेंट के बाद, लेकिन हम उसका कट ऑफ ही क्लियर ना कर पाए तो हम कैसे एक अच्छा करियर सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं? जैसे इंजीनियरिंग में सर सीएस को ज़्यादा प्लेसमेंट मिलता है, लेकिन मैकेनिकल का प्लेसमेंट बहुत कम है सर, 20,000 30,000 की सैलरी मिलती है सर स्टार्टिंग में। तो हमें इंटरेस्ट मैकेनिकल में हो, लेकिन सर हम पैसों का भी देखना पड़ता है, तो सर कैसे हम
वो बात सही है, पैसे आएंगे, लेकिन शुरुआत ही आप पैसे से करेंगे ना, तो पैसे कभी नहीं, है ना? आपका एंड गोल पैसा है।
क्योंकि सर अच्छी कंपनीज भी कोई रिनोन्ड यूनिवर्सिटीज या कॉलेजेस में जाती है ना सर प्लेसमेंट के लिए।
नहीं, तो प्लेसमेंट ही एक ऑप्शन थोड़ी है ना? तो आप अगर किसी जगह पर अच्छी जगह पर प्लेस हो गए तो इट इज नॉट दी ओनली ऑप्शन। माइक्रोसॉफ्ट अगर आपको हायर करके ले जाती है, लेकिन आपने ये देखा कि वो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में एक एम्प्लॉय कितने साल तक एवरेज रहता है, ये भी तो इम्पोर्टेंट है ना? वो स्विच करके गूगल भी जा सकता है या फिर वो अपना फील्ड पूरा ही चेंज करके इंडिया वापस भी आ सकता है। तो अगर वो स्किलफुल नहीं था, अगर उसको ज्यादा याद रख सकता था, अच्छे पेपर्स लिख सकता था, देन ही गॉट सिलेक्टेड, वेरी सिंपल थिंग। लेकिन जितने भी जैसे सीवी रमन थे या अगर अगर आप जैसे सर ने डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम सर की बात करी, तो ये कोई भी ऐसी यूनिवर्सिटी से पास आउट नहीं थे, लेकिन फिर भी दे आर द लीडर्स, है ना, क्योंकि उनके अंदर पैशन था। और पैशन के साथ स्किल्स जब डेवलप होगी ना, तो फिर पैसा ऐसे ही आएगा, उसके लिए आपको दौड़ना नहीं पड़ेगा।
Sir, if I have two college options, one university is very well known, but its student to teacher ratio is very high, and another university is specialized in particular course and its student to teacher ratio is low. So you can easily consult your teacher. So which university should I opt for?
Specialized.
Yeah. And but why? Because the other university is
Because
well
you
known.
want to be specialist, right?
Yeah.
Very
But
simple.
the thing is that the other university is well known and its name is a brand, so you will easily get placements and salaries.
No, but let's say with your skills, with your commitments, and with your knowledge, if you will achieve a position in really a very good company, then you will set the stone there. ठीक है? Sir is the best person who can answer this.
Okay. See, basically I have a PhD in chemistry, but the future of chemistry is green chemistry. Remember that. All instruments and all the technology is going to be transferred. Why? Because right now chemistry is creating a lot of problem because of us only. Because we have not changed our lifestyle. We are creating and creating, so that is become like plastic. We have created for stopping the corrosion, but now it becomes a problem because of our human, right? So future of chemistry is known as like green chemistry, where everything will be taking care of the environment. So think for that. Second thing, analytical chemistry. It's a green line, right? It will never, because new instruments, new detection techniques will always there. So that is also there. देखिए बेटा, तो सिंपल है, अगर रिसर्च फील्ड में जाना है तो बीएससी, एमएससी, पीएचडी करो। हाँ, बीटेक के बाद भी पीएचडी होता है, तो आपको क्या करना है, मास्टर डिग्री जहाँ होती है वहाँ पे जाके आपको बेस्ट प्रेजेंटेशन मतलब आपका डिसर्टेशन करना है, और वहीं पे देखो कि आईआईटी वाले भी या कोई भी अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी वाले पीएचडी में लेंगे आपको। पीएचडी के लिए ऐसा नहीं है कि आपका एक बैचलर डिग्री और मास्टर होना चाहिए, जरूरी नहीं है कि आप कहाँ से कर रहे हो। यू कैन चेंज योर सब्जेक्ट ऑल्सो, सब्जेक्ट इन द सेंस बेसिक, जैसे फिजिक्स है तो आप देखना केमिस्ट्री पढ़ा होगा, मैक्सिमम आगे एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर में क्या था, सारे फिजिसिस्ट ही थे। यू टेक श्रोडिंगर, डाल्टन, एनीवन, दे आर फिजिसिस्ट। तो रिसर्च में ऐसा कोई लिमिट नहीं है। हाँ, इंडिया में थोड़ा हो सकता है, लेकिन फॉरेन में तो बिल्कुल नहीं है। सो बट हाँ, वो टॉपिक कनेक्टेड होना चाहिए, और वो गाइड के पास, जैसे सर ने बताया, गाइड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। गाइड का रिसर्च टॉपिक क्या है, फ्यूचर का उनका प्लानिंग क्या है, आप ऐसे गाइड चूज करोगे तो आप वो कर ही सकते हो। सो केमिस्ट्री फील्ड में अगर आगे बढ़ना है तो डेफिनेटली गो फॉर ग्रीन केमिस्ट्री, एनालिटिकल केमिस्ट्री, और उसमें भी क्या करो कि अगर इंजीनियरिंग किया है तो केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग में भी एनवायरमेंटल इंजीनियरिंग एक पार्ट है, तो फ्यूचर में वही आएगा। लेट्स गो फॉर दैट। So I think let us go for next session. We are having Dr. Dishant also. Ma'am, please.
Thank you so much, Sudhir sir. Now I request our sir, Dr. Dishant Parasar sir. Sir is the senior curator of Aquatic Gallery, Gujarat Science City. I would like to request sir for to come for the session on the opportunity in the field of biology.
Thank you so much. Good morning to everyone. I am basically a field biologist. So we talk a lot about biochemistry and biotechnology. These all are jargons. You all see Animal Planet Discovery. A lot of people like it.
And most of us think that that is a hobby. Yeah. But for me, it is my bread and butter. What I did, I come from an era where there were only 3 things a student can do. Even he is good in maths, physics, and he is a topper, but he has to be a doctor. Why? Because he scored more than 90%. From 90 to 60 all are engineers. And below 60, beta tera kuch nahi ho sakta. So I was that below 60, and that too, jumping from March to March via October. I cleared my 12th in 3 attempts. Never liked maths. Even today I don't like maths. Why I chose field biology? Because I never wanted to sit in classroom. That is how my career started. I love to roam in the forest, outside the classroom. Anything is fine. इडली पे बैठ के नीम के पेड़ के ऊपर बर्ड देखना was much more fascinating to me than listening to professors. And that's how I started my journey as a zoologist. I took zoology in my BSc, and I did my masters in zoology, and then I did my PhD on coral reefs after population. Today I am working here as a senior curator in the aquatic gallery, which is India's largest. And I feel fortunate that I took zoology. Maybe in terms of financial success, other friends are much more higher. But in terms of satisfaction, I am not. That is choose anything, but choose what you want to do. Successful or satisfied. You want to drive a Mercedes, you have to choose accordingly. But if you are happy with a simple Maruti car, choose accordingly. I tell you a small story, little funny, but it's very satisfying for me. I started my GRF, Junior Research Fellowship, and in our Indian culture, when a boy starts earning a bit good, 8,000, 10,000 in those days, the parents will start looking for a girl. So, prospects were coming, and one day there was a very nice meeting I had. Beautiful girl came, and as usual, she asked, "Tame shu karo cho?" As she was beautiful, I started explaining so many things broadly. Being working on coral reefs, I started saying कि हमें लोग तो बोट में चाहिए 10 दिवस यहाँ पर रहवानो है बोट में आप इतने क्वार्टर्स लेवाना फोटोग्राफी करिए. She gave a blank look for 5 minutes. Hi Amrit. And when I stopped, she asked, "ये બધું બરાબર પણ કરવાનું શું?" Cut to 4-5 days back, I got a call from an unknown number. It was her. मैंने कहा तमे aquatic gallery में मैं कहूँ yes, I am working there as a senior curator. मैंने कहा मारे जुआ भी है. Most welcome. Unbiased रीते में कहूँ कि हाँ most welcome. Professional यूँ तो ना क्या कि ना होती. Most welcome. But the most satisfying thing was the last line she said. कि मारा son ने बहुत गमे छा दो. And he has put a small aquarium at home. 15 વર્ષે તે મારા સબ્જેક્ટ માટે એપ્રિસિએશન થયું એનું મને આજે પ્રાઉડ all these subjects were very much neglected. કે ભાઈ આવું કે ફીલ્ડ રખડપટ્ટી વાળી જિંદગી ને. But no, even today when sir was talking about કે રિલાયન્સ આટલો મોટો પ્લાન્ટ નાખી રહી છે. We talk about climate change. So with growth, with industrial growth, we will have more challenges on the environment front. And who's going to answer that? We. Right? આજે એ ટ્રેન્ડ નીકળી ગયો છે કે જેને કશું ના મળે એ લોકો બીએસસી કરે. There are people focused who love environment, who work for environment. You have lot of branches in your graduation, environmental science, zoology, botany. Further you can do your masters and PhD. And nowadays corporates also have their corporate social responsibilities, in which you fit in as a environment specialist. And they give good salaries. It's not like that कि भाई आप उधर फील्ड में वो limited salary. Field biology also has started coming up as a sincere career option. BSc પછી અમુક in India there are some good institutes like IISc in Bangalore, Wildlife Institute of India in Dehradun. Definitely they have their entrance exams, but if you clear that, then you are amongst the topmost green layer of wildlife, biodiversity or environment specialists. And everywhere now even with smallest of the societies coming up in urban areas, with industries coming up in industrial areas, they need environmental clearances. So if you are planning for your own business, you can be an entrepreneur who does environment impact assessments. You just have to clear a small exam which is taken from Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. Then you are a certified environment impact assessment specialist. So don't think, Gujrat માં કહેવત છે ઘોડાના ડાબલા. Work on your passion and be the best. Earlier it was like that only doctors or engineers are the accomplished people. Today if you see in terms of finances, any of the cricketer playing IPL is earning much more than the best doctor of Ahmedabad. But you have to be the best in it. You cannot be ordinary, whatever you say. Don't be ordinary. And when it will come, when you will follow that passion, that spark, कि मैंने आज गमे छे मारे आज करવું છે. One of my friend was working with Larsen & Toubro, L&T, as a senior engineer. He worked for almost 10 years. 10 વર્ષ પછી આટલી સારી કંપનીમાં salary શું હોય તમે imagine. In lakhs. CTC was about 60 per year, 60 lakhs per year. He left it. He is one of the best wildlife photographer of India. He worked with National Geography on regular basis. So even after becoming an engineer, he chose his passion. And he is the best in that, and that's why he is earning much more than what he was earning in that. Botany, zoology, environmental science, all these subjects have their own niche in our society. Field will be in trend in the next 10 years. And that I can guarantee. Because our survival of humans depend purely on its surroundings. We can't wait. Climate change का हम पे क्या impact? अगर उसके लिए हम वेट करेंगे तो क्या होगा? We will be suffering a lot. So what we are doing currently, we have so many things which work as indicators, climate change indicators. For example, coral reefs on which I have worked. So if we are observing coral bleaching for a long time, then yes, that area has some impact, long-term impact. Weather is changing, the entire climate is changing in that particular region. What can be the mitigations? In all these questions, you need answers from biologists, field biologists to actually work there. So if any of you have any questions on that, please ask me, or anytime you can contact us here in Science City. And please think over it, work on your passion, and be the best in whatever you do. Thank you. Any questions? I am very much here for the next couple of minutes.
So we will take anything around because
Sure. Thanks, sir.
you can contact anytime to Science City. We all doctors are here with all this many universities, right? So whenever you feel something you want to ask, earlier maybe this system is not there, but now we are going to establish it. So all over Gujarat, any student want to ask any questions, just email us, just contact us. We are just able to answer that, right?
Thank you so much, Dishant sir, to encourage the students for the field of pure science. Thank you so much. Now I would like to request our chief guest, Professor K.S. Prasad sir, to come on the dais. I would also like to request Dr. Sudhir Bhatt sir to introduce our chief guest.
આખા ઇવેન્ટનું સૌથી અઘરું કામ તમે મને સોંપ્યું છે, કારણ કે પ્રોફેસર કે.એસ. ગણેશ પ્રસાદ સરનું ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન આપવું એ થોડું સુરતને દીવો દેખાવા જેવી વાત છે. પણ મિત્રો, દ્રવ્યના મુખ્યત્વે ત્રણ સ્વરૂપ છે, બરાબર? There are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. ઘન, પ્રવાહી અને વાયુ. અને વાયુને જ્યારે ઊંચા વિદ્યુત દબાણ ઉપર લઈ જવામાં આવે ત્યારે એ પોતાનું સ્વરૂપ બદલી અને પ્લાઝમા બની જાય. Plasma is an highly ionized state of matter. It's a quasi-neutral gas of charged particles, ions and reactive species. Right? તો બ્રહ્માંડનો 99% હિસ્સો પ્લાઝમા છે અને 1% મેટર છે. ભારતમાં ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યૂટ ફોર પ્લાઝમા રિસર્ચ વિશ્વના ફ્રાન્સ, યુરોપિયન યુનિયન, રશિયા, કોરિયા અને અમેરિકા જેવા મુખ્યત્વે 7 દેશો સાથે મળીને પૃથ્વી ઉપર અખૂટ અને અવિરત ઉર્જાના સ્ત્રોત બનાવવા તરફ હરણફાળ ભરી રહ્યો છે. ત્યારે FCIPT IPR ના પૂર્વ ડાયરેક્ટર કે જેમણે IPR માંથી જ PhD કરી અને ફ્રાન્સથી પોસ્ટ ડોક્ટરેટ કર્યા બાદ પ્લાઝમા ફિઝિક્સમાં પોતાની બહુમૂલ્ય સિદ્ધિઓ બદલ ડોક્ટર વિક્રમ સારાભાઈ પુરસ્કારથી સન્માનિત થયા. હાલમાં ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યૂટ ઓફ એડવાન્સ રિસર્ચ ધ યુનિવર્સિટી ફોર ઇનોવેશનના પ્રોફેસર ડોક્ટર કે.એસ. ગણેશ પ્રસાદ સર કે જેમના માર્ગદર્શન અને સહકારથી ગુજરાતની એકમાત્ર યુનિવર્સિટી કે જેમાં પ્લાઝમા ફિઝિક્સ વિષય ઉપર લેબોરેટરી છે અને એ વિષય ભણાવવામાં પણ આવે છે, એક માં સઘન પ્રાયોગિક અને સંશોધન કાર્ય કરી રહ્યા છે. સર, આપે રિલાયન્સ, ટાટા અને ભાભા એટોમિક રિસર્ચ ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યૂટ સાથે પ્લાઝમાના ઔદ્યોગિક ઉપયોગો જેમ કે ડસ્કી પ્લાઝમા, થિન ફિલ્મ કોટિંગ્સ, ડાયમંડ લાઇક કોટિંગ્સ, થર્મલ પ્લાઝમા ટોર્ચ અને પ્લાઝમા પાયરોલિસિસ ફોર મેડિકલ વેસ્ટ માટે યાંત્રિક નિર્માણ કરેલ છે, જે દરેકને ગર્વની અનુભૂતિ કરાવી રહ્યું છે. પ્લાઝમા સંશોધન ક્ષેત્રે વૈશ્વિક સ્વીકૃતિ અને નામના ધરાવતા પ્રોફેસર કે.એસ. ગણેશ પ્રસાદ સાહેબના મુખ્ય અતિથિ પદે આજનો અતિ વિશિષ્ટ કાર્યક્રમ આપની હાજરી માત્રથી જ દીપી રહ્યો છે. તો હું આઈ કાઇન્ડલી રિક્વેસ્ટ પ્રોફેસર કે.એસ. ગણેશ પ્રસાદ સર, with your hands together,
I don't need mic.
Wow.
Loud and clear. Is it correct?
Yes, yes.
I'm confused what it's actually happened in my career. I was doing PhD in law. Computer science. Thank you. I don't know what to choose and who is my guide and how to choose the guide and all. I went under all the faculties in idea. And I told my academic committee I'm not satisfied with any of the problems given by academic committee. They offered a good problem, I'm not ready to take it. I said it's not thrilling problem. I don't know how do I make my career. See, I was in the same state as you are, around 40 years back. And that professor was very, very, very senior, 65 years. He said, you are claiming the land. Don't say the Nobel Prize comes to you now. Okay? When does the Nobel Prize come? 70, 80? See, it's a pursuit. And I realized, oh yes, I've heard the truth of the life. Chedne ka scene. We always say, no, we wanted to have a very brilliant career and all. Then what I did a project in the first year with a very good theoretician, Professor Amrit said. And then he thought, I'm going to join him. He has decided, because he has done the project with me and he is very good. I told him, sorry sir, I'm not going to join you. He is very good in the work and but no. See, if you want to do a theoretical work or a computer work, this is not the right age. If I want to do the computer, I can always do it later in my life. But if I want to do the experiment, it's only the young age. When you are young, you know the skill. Afterwards, I am anyway interested in theory. I will do that. Then, there was a big change happened in the institute that I went and finished. There was did a lot of electronics and then I reached to the last part of PhD. And I was thinking, not job. Now, nothing more is there in future. Then the one professor came. He was the senior most professor, Professor John. Then I asked him, I asked him a immediate question. I said, first, intelligent questions are always easy. Then I said, sir, does your wife like what you have done? What is this? He's asking, I'm doing an extremely high plasma physics. How can my wife appreciates the plasma physics? So that's not the correct thing.
So your voice is low actually. No?
Yeah, my voice is low.
Yeah.
Shall I go back?
Yeah, please.
Hello. Is it clear now? Is it clear?
Yes.
So what happened is that then I asked him, again I asked him the same question. Does your wife likes me? Does your wife likes and knows what you are doing? He said, Jockey, I'm a short bird called GP. GP joined me. That's it. He's a most short spoken person. He understood. Why I ask this question is that ultimately what do you want in the life? The bottom secret is this. Is it correct or not?
Yes.
Don't say I want PhD, all this GS, all bloody shit. I don't want to tell this. These are all competitive jargons, misleading you. But what you want in the life is this. I asked him, if I sold my research in your house, how many houses are there in the country? crores and crores, isn't it? Then I can make more money. Isn't it? The research has come to the kitchen. If your wife knows, is there a non-vegetarian people? Some of them, yes. It will smell. If I don't want, I want to eat non-veg in the house, but I don't want my neighbors to feel the smell. Plasma can do this. It will kill all the bacteria. I'm really eating non-veg, but my neighbors are going, oh, this is a vegetarian. Is it not a good application? That's one example I give you. See, ultimately, it is money. Is it not the correct truth? Yes, I appreciate. You know, this place, Narendra Modi has put a lot of money. Why? Not because to get such a building and so a lot of research work. Is to see that you have a scientific bend of mind. सभी में विज्ञान को ढूंढने का. Who will see? First, what you do? All of you are in 12th standard. How many of you are cooked in the house? Very good. I will ask you very particular questions and tell you your career, how to choose it. Do you know kitchen is the best career point? You will understand whether I can become a theoretician, whether I become a computation person, whether I become an experimentalist, only you will know in kitchen. Is it not a big laboratory? Okay. Now let us say, when you go to the kitchen, do you want to cut the vegetable, or think what to do, or do the cookery? See, you are cooking directly. What do you want? What's your interest? See, it's a practical thing. I'm 60 years. I do cook. I tell my wife, stand by the side. It's my research. Why? It's because, let me give you an example. If you are interested in cutting vegetable, you are a very good laboratory manager. You are a very good laboratory manager. You know how to cut it, very sharp. See, you know that there is a way of cutting onion? Not everybody can cut that. Right? If you cut it, it will become different size. But perfect cutting means you are a day-to-day worker. Then, some people are saying, no, today we will cook this dish, we will add this spice, and it will be smelling very good. You are a good theoretician. And you say, I want to cook on the oven. You are a good experimentalist. And you know this is a simple technique, at least you will know. See, you want to plan the career. Where was the career is planned? Is it not planned in kitchen? It is the simplest laboratory. Is it not correct? Your mummy doesn't say, oh, cooking khana banao che. That's the only place in the life very good experiment can be done. Is it not when you become, when you get a first class, or when you pass the exam, you are knowing that you will not be passing, but you pass the exam, great marks, what do? You will have a feast. Right? Ultimately, it is a feast. So that you see that all the look. One day my son has told me that I want to become a cook. So fine, very great. Because I told him, don't become a cook in an ordinary hotel. Become a cook, an expert in Goa. Salaries are 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs for just mixing the cocktail. Is it not the career what you are looking for? Is it not the 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs? You just come in the evening, 6 o'clock he stands, 8 o'clock you go. But If you have a career of 5 lakhs, they will make you to earn right, work from morning 9 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Is it correct? There was an article in Times of India. See, you want to become a doctor, what branch you want to choose? Any of them, just throw the word. Maybe a cardiologist, right? Maybe a surgeon. There is an article telling that most of the people are choosing dermatology, skin. What is that? So many girls. Market is so much. Is it not correct? But there is no emergency. You can go home, play tennis, have a good restaurant food, sleep. Nobody will call you, sir, there is an emergency, please come. Nobody will come. But you will earn the same amount of money. Is it not? Plan the career like that. I want to have leisureness. So ultimately, why these people, all the other faculties, they have said, they have changed the branches now. Why? They are not enjoying the field. Somebody said I was doing a lot of coding. I will come to that. I want to cook. I want to guess whether the cooking will become perfect with the spice or not. Can you do that coding? How? No. I write a computer program, write all the species, computer can the chemical reactions, and say what is a percentage of fragrance smelling compound comes out. See, there is a code, there is a mathematical software. You can predict the product before the experiment is done. See, you started doing web page and all this. These are all monotonous design. That's not correct. How do you know the detergent soap works or not? I can do the computation first, mix sodium chloride so much and this chemical so much. The final product is foaming. Ultimately your soap is foaming, right? When you wash. I can predict which one will give you the good foam. Sell it to a chemical industry. I have a computer software which says that you can mix this compound in this proportion, you get this chemical compound. They will give you gross. Understood? Computation, that's a wrong way of attacking. Every computer science fellow, see, who are going to computer science, my advice is this. Really don't get into the website design. Don't get into the website design. That's a wrong direction it is going. Otherwise you will get bored. Get into that. Get into a total simulation package which will predict the compound. Is it not very good? Before you do the chemistry, you got the answer. So my expenditure on the investment is very less. Is it not correct? That's money. I go home. Isn't it? And also another thing. Whenever you are doing the science work, go to the kitchen or go to sing. Take an extra habit which will push your interest. Why do you go to the kitchen? Is you are discharging this capacitor. Isn't it this capacitor is getting charged every time when you read the article, get busy and all, and your mommy says how much is score, your father says how much is score, what grade you got. You have to discharge this capacitor, otherwise it will blast. Do some other different activity. Then you see you will cool back. Ultimately you have to do that. So be careful. See, I'll give you an example because I'm a father of children. My son said, "Oh, I just knocked the line." When he just passed. How much? 40. I never told him to bring 90. Is it possible for a 40 marks person to get 90? Not possible. I told him, how about getting 50? 40 to 90 is how many steps? 5 steps. 4 exams, you'll be nearing the annual exam. You'll be in 80. But if I say 90, he will run away. Is it not correct? Break the problem in your life into small, doable steps. This is true in every part of the life. And change the work every 5 years. Change the work. You will say what the foolishness is. No, it is like this. Ask your boss. Give me some different kind of work. You know there's a software called Fortran. Software code. You see Fortran. It's the oldest computational code. If you go to EARs and all, you will see this. All scientific things are done in Fortran. Who has written this to you? A lazy clerk. A lazy clerk doing an accounting job. Salary. You will entry card. Say, I will do a code every month, okay, every year increment. Everything it will do. Plus, everything is done. Is it not a very good man? He is lazy. But is he not a brilliant? See, in your career, if your mommy says, you're always sleeping, you're not doing the work, you're not getting up at all, you don't get bored. If you are thinking, do not get bored. I always sit quiet in the house. They know that, oh yes, he is dissolved. He is not here. He is dissolved somewhere. Why? I am enjoying my whole life. And I came back and they say, let me cook today. Now thinking is, I can't think more than that. Now let's do that. I will give an example. I went to IR for a job. I'll tell you the truth. There some questions came. One fellow said, very good university with good ranking and all. And then other one, nothing. IR was having nothing. Some few things. I said, when they offered me this was fine. But I saw a very interesting thing in IR. Nothing is there yet. That's good thing. Everything you can build it. But if everything is there, what is there for you to do that? You are a monotonous person. So, there's a difference in your look. Either you wanted to build everything by yourself, then choose a virgin place. Then it will, you have something creation possible. Otherwise, if you go to Nirma University, you don't do anything. Have you seen Nirma University? I'm sorry, I'm not scolding, I'm not telling anything. My psychology is to do research. I want to do everything from starting. That gives me a very big opportunity. Choose that. And the example is, there is also another example here. Don't get into the campus placement. What I'm saying? Everybody wants campus placement, right? They will say sit in, they will put their file, they will say okay, put that, they will take an interview and all. But there are only one category of people. You choose what you really wanted to do. I wanted to do this kind of work. There's an example, my son was one that says, I don't want to sit for a campus placement. My wife says, oh, no, you should sit in, you should there, and then there's a big companies will come. I was listening to him. He said, Mommy, I want to do what I want. So that's a great thing. So choose what you want to do. Don't get stuck with the passion, what is going on now. It may change, it may not be there at all. But I'll give an example, another example. I wanted to draw the drawing, to do my drawings. I used to give a drawing to my draftsman, he comes with different drawing, different sketch. I would explain him and all. Everything is here, so I want to do the drawing. I joined an AutoCAD class. I was 42. Where does AutoCAD, if you go to the AutoCAD class, what is the typical age people, you know? Maybe 18, 20. Oh, they're saying, oh, this fellow is 42 years, fellow is sitting in a class of 18. Is it not an awkward thing? Is it not an awkward thing that a class has a student of 42 years age, all the other people are 80 years. Even my teacher was laughing. I told him, I'm a giver of the job, you are a taker of the jobs. Is it not correct? I'm a giver of the job, you are a takers of the job. That means a big difference. Why I am doing is that it's for me and to see that how to do the drawing. Then I did not hesitate, I completed the class. I know AutoCAD, I know electronics, all testings. It's because you wanted to grow. I am a physics person, none of the physics people know how to do the drawing. I do very good drawing. All the time if any of them walks in, I have 3D drawings running in my computer. I myself will do it. Why? I am the one who is imagining. I am the one who has created. Am I not crossing the different discipline? Physics, where is physics? Where is engineering? I was a consultant for United Phosphorus Limited. You know there's a big company in Bharuch. It's a big company. But I am a physics person. They wanted me to verify the calculations. So, I was verifying that all chemical engineering calculations, reactor structures. That's why, when you are open, you can learn a lot. When you are closed, when you say, I want to do chemical engineering, there is no branch called chemical engineering. We universities have made that you should only see the chemical engineering. No. There is no words called chemical engineering. Ultimately, a box which you have to sell. Is it correct or not correct? A furnace which works and delivers the product. Is it correct? You are doing the work, you are selling something. I think all of you are Gujratis. No. You know how to sell. Right? You know how to do the business. Ultimately, Gujratis are never day-to-day slaves. They wanted to be a master of their own. So you should sell. Make an entire product. Sit with somebody, learn things, learn new things that makes you fragrant. And with the last example I'll close it. You know there is a professor called Professor U.R. Rao. U.R. Rao. Udupi Ramachandra Rao. He is a founder of ISRO. The first director of ISRO was U.R. Rao. He was a professor at PRL. You know PRL, right? PRL is a big lab here. So it has contributed most of the ISRO directors. Normally in the house, who will clean the utensils? Who will clean the utensils? Who will cook the food? Ladies, right? It is a structure. Gents simply sit and eat. Is it correct? Change the pattern. You or Rao went to America. Evening he used to come here in Kerala and have a nice tea and all, talk and go, have a dinner and then sleep. But after he comes from America back, he was never seen in the corridor. Everybody said, what is this Rao? You are not seen anywhere. He said, no, I am going to help my wife in cooking. All Americans, they will help their wife in cooking. Why? Just to have a good, pleasant time in the after that dinner. So they will collectively do the work. See, look that important things in the life is there at every step of it. And take that hint and then progress. Don't be biased. They say chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, now new branches are there, mechatronics and all. They are all just to see that you orient to that. You should break that bond to make your career. Is it not important? Is a career or a branch? Which one is important? Career, right? So I am a computer person. I am neither a computer person, I am neither a physics person, I am neither an electrical engineer. I want the product to be sold. Is it not the ultimate aim? Everything is building the product. This much of investment government has made, not for everybody. Narendra Modi is looking for hardly 10 scientists. If they come out of this place, he has made the investment. It's because, see that not everybody can become Kalam. Not everybody can become Kalam. But Kalam is one person. But we stand by his name. He just wants only one or two people. See, the government has made so much investment. Come to the Institute of Advanced Research. Discuss with the professors. And see that if you can, if you have a 12th standard, you have a lot of time. Go to different labs. Work freely. Ask professor, I don't want any money. I am your labor. Give me any type of work. See whether you like that work or not. What you are doing now is, you are planning the career. Or planning the, but where did you plan? You should go to the lab and see whether that work is interesting or not. Isn't it? You are doing a computer science work, finally you said you can give up. But I will not give up that. I will write a software in chemical engineering. Isn't that correct? You have changed the entire field, but you are selling. Go to the lab, in the institute, and ask them, give me some small work, I can work for you. Okay? So that's the best method. And many times, good institutes may not give you the good product. Good institutes, people say ISS, top class work. No, the professor is only doing the top class work. He will not give it to the juniors the top class work. He will make only the small work to be done. But because the Institute for Advanced Research is developing, faculty is very much aggressive. They are working in different directions. You get an opportunity to explore your skill in different directions. You will do multiple work, but you go to the big institutes. You know there's a big problem in big companies because there is a clerk, you will be doing only the clerk work. But in our institute, you will be taught everything, top to the bottom. So you know all the fields. You will come out. Otherwise, you will become a monotonous person in a big company. Small companies are better, you will explore everything. So I hope I made an invitation to all of you to be visiting the lab. Maybe come to the university is better for us and also better for you. Come and explore yourself. Okay? Sometimes it's not good to go by name. Or sometimes, not sometimes, many times. Don't go by name. is wrong to pursue IAS university, place where you get what you want, place where you get an opportunity to work on your problem is most important than our problem. We are interested in many branches, but you are interested in a small niche, but explore that. Thank you very much for organizers.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a nice, informative and encouraging speech. I would like to request Dr. Manish Parmar, sir, to offer the memento to our chief guest, Professor K.S. Ganesh Prasad, sir. Now I request Dr. Sujit Basha for the overview of the second session.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I think Professor Ganesh Prasad sir has already invited all of you to visit the university. In our university visit, I am damn sure that it's going to be really exciting for all of us, as we'll visit the biotechnology lab, bioengineering laboratory, supercomputer, and product design lab, and a bunch of chemistry labs that we do have, and engineering labs, right? So altogether, we'll start with the Drosophila melanogaster. Is a model that has been widely used, and it has been established in our university for to do the research on central nervous system, to high-speed computing, as well as we're going to learn the different cellular organisms, and you'll also see DNA and plant pathology. We're going to look more into the details about the microbes, and I'm sure that you won't have seen microbes with your naked eyes so far, but after visiting IAR, you can talk to your parents and friends that yes, we did see the microbes with our naked eyes. Okay, so it's going to be really very interesting in couple of moments. આપણે બેઝિકલી અહીંયાથી એક ટૂર ડિસાઈડ કરેલી છે કે જેમાં બસમાં આપણે બધા વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો અને પ્રોફેસર્સ પણ જશે અને યુનિવર્સિટી વિઝિટ કરીશું. Then we'll have a refreshment there, and afterwards we're going to drop you back to Science City sometimes by 5 o'clock. Okay, so this is the plan. All the students and their parents, their teachers are cordially invited at IAR. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. Manish Parmar, sir, for the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. It's already 12 p.m., right? So I think not we, but food is waiting for us. Am I right? Yes. Okay, so I will not take more time. આજનો પ્રોગ્રામ A Day with the Scientist Career Opportunity Seminar. So first I thank you, the General Manager of Science City, Dr. Rajesh Parikh. Then other authorities of the Science City, and the President, the Provost of the Institute of Advanced Research, Gandhinagar. સાથે સાથે તમારો બધાનો ખૂબ આભાર માનું છું. and your parents for this your valuable time. I will take only 2 minutes. Support that lesson. મને કહી શકો what is success? બોલો કોઈ પણ. Yeah, please.
So only what you want in life.
Yeah. See, I would like to say, I will speak in Gujarati. Education it should be knowledge based education. ત્રણ વસ્તુ યાદ રાખવાનું. Research based education, value based education, and it's a fully money oriented, we can say, the career based education. Right, જીવનમાં કંઈ કરવાનો આનંદ મળવો જોઈએ. Right, so I welcome you all to the Institute of Advanced Research after this session and after this lunch time. Thank you very much.
દરેકને માટે લંચ સામે ઓડિટોરિયમની અંદર ઓર્ગેનાઇઝ કરેલું છે, બરાબર? ત્યાં લંચ લઈ અને દરેક વ્યક્તિ અહીંયા ફરી પાછી આવશે. અહીંયા આપણે વિલ ગેધર હિયર એન્ડ ધેન ફ્રોમ હિયર our coordinators will help you out to go to the bus. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, just 1 minute, students. Now we all stand for the national anthem.